Did I make an entire short film on no budget in just a week? Yes, I did. Did I write the screenplay, shoot it, and edit it also just in 7 days? Yes. And was it a challenge? It certainly was. And it was also a great learning experience for me. But yeah, here's how I did it starting from day one. Today was my groundwork day, so I laid down what I'm gonna be doing each day to ensure that I finish this short film by the end of the week. Today, groundwork. Tomorrow, scouting and writing. 4th day, finish script, start prepping for shooting, getting the practical things. 6th day is my shooting day. That way I can leave just enough time on the 7th day to fully edit the thing. This is gonna be a tough editing week for me. Stoked about it though, because I love getting stressed over things I'm passionate about. Weird way to put it, because usually you don't want to be stressed about your passions, but stress brings pressure and pressure brings out finished products. Quote of the day. So I'm doing some location scouting right now, and I'm at location 1 of 4, the forest, getting stills so I can get a feel of the layout. So the stills turned out great, but you might be wondering, Caleb, what are you gonna do with those stills? Like, what's the significance of taking those photos in those locations? Well, to answer that, I'm gonna be using those stills to visualize the location when I'm writing out an outline and when I'm writing out the screenplay. It makes it so much easier for me to understand how I'm gonna be shooting the film, as well as just really know the feeling around in the area. Because having a complete blank slate of the location isn't necessarily good when you're trying to write out a whole script. I wrote out an outline of the 3 acts, and I did that just to get a feel of how I'm gonna write out the script and also to get a feel of what I want the shots to look like. I'm excited. I'll say it again, I'm excited. I started working on my script today, and yesterday I put out this thing on my Instagram basically saying, hey look, I need these 2 articles of clothing, my outfit I'm gonna be wearing for my short film. And the reception was great. One of my buddies, Sawyer.
What's up?
Any shout out?
Yeah, it's up to Giant Productions on YouTube. I'm coming out with a quarantine video soon.
Actually gave me some white pants. And then my buddy Jake also reached out to me saying, I came in, I have the shirt I think you're looking for. And it's basically just a white undershirt, and he's gonna give that to me tomorrow. And in other news, and part of the collaboration, a couple days ago, I reached out to my buddy Trent.
Hey everyone, my name is Trenton Harris.
I was like, hey man, I have this project I'm working on. I explained to him the whole story idea. And I was like, dude, I think it would be rad if you made the soundtrack for it, if you scored it.
And this was such a fun project to work on. I'm so glad I got to work with Caleb. He's such a great dude. And yeah.
I was pumped, he was pumped, we're pumped. Just a creative collaboration is such a beautiful thing to me. That being said, also, I was dinking around with my camera yesterday when I was scouting, and I was watching back the footage, and the footage was really shaky. That got me thinking. My buddy Weston, who also makes YouTube videos, check out his channel. I just sent him a text and I was like, dude, do you have a gimbal by any chance? And he was like, yeah, I do actually. Long story short, he's letting me borrow it. One thing though is I am getting it on the day of shooting, and that could get a little hectic. So today I got a lot done. I actually finished my drafts for my script, and then I did a bunch of revisions, and then I got my final script ready to go. Then I also got to talk to my buddy Grant, who's gonna be the cinematographer for this whole thing. He's gonna be filming this. And basically the whole thing is when you're in that state where you're like void, like you feel really emotionally flat and like creatively flat and like have no inspiration at all. And you like search in all of these places. So all the places are pretty metaphorical. Like eventually you realize like, no, that inspiration's right in front of me. So like you just need to open up that metaphorical box, you know? And then it like floods into your brain. A cool thing is how much of this is just coming together because of social media, because of putting stuff on my story and just contacting the people that are helping me work on this thing. I learned so much today screenwriting because I actually just pulled up Parasite, the screenplay of Parasite, and just learned from example of that and looked up how to format certain things that I didn't understand how to format, and it's rad. Got the screenplay finished, all right here, 3 pages, classic rule of thumb. Each page is 1 minute. I'm so excited to finish this thing, see what people have to say about it. So I'm filming the short film tomorrow, which means today's prep day. And that basically entails just getting all the equipment ready, clearing up an SD card, having a backup SD card, charging all the batteries, making sure all the equipment is situated, as well as make sure the costume works. And tonight I'm gonna just be reading through the whole script over and over just to get a feel of the character that I'm playing and just fully understand the mind of that character, because this is my first time actually acting. You know, I won't lie to you, getting into characters is kind of tough. It's my first time ever doing this. So yeah, this is first time acting vibes. Oh yeah, and there's one more thing. I have to go to bed really early tonight because I'm getting up at 5 to go pick up this gimbal. So we're out at the river and we just completed our final shot of the day.
Yeah.
How's it feel, Grant?
It feels really good after like 5 hours, 6 hours.
I think it was six or 7 hours.
We started like a little past 11 and it is 6:26.
We did it. We did it. We're gonna definitely get some Zaw. So yesterday I got home and I set up some groundwork in terms of editing. I dropped all the clips into my editor and got all the shots matched up. And that was so I could get it ready for today when I just really dove into the editing. I'm not gonna get super deep into it on here since that's a little boring, but basically I just added the aspect ratio to make it look like it's that 1.3 to 1 style to really simulate that kind of dreamlike memory feeling. I did some stuff with the text. I also had to do a lot of keyframes to make sure that the subject was in the middle of the frame almost at all times. I did a lot of sound design tweaks as well as syncing up the music to just make it flow really nicely. Probably edited for nearly 7 to 8 hours, so it was about the same amount of time that I shot actually. The main reason it took so long for me to edit this 3-minute short film was because I just didn't fully know how I wanted it to look, and I guess that can probably show a little bit in the short film, but that's alright because this is a learning experience. So yeah, now here is the final product, my short film XEION in its entirety. So yeah, that was my short film. It was really sweet to just push myself to be able to get this thing out in just a week, from the idea to the screenplay to getting one of my friends to do the score for me and getting the costume put together and getting some equipment and shooting it with one of my friends for almost a whole day, and then just getting it to editing. It was the full arc, if you will, of a film production. It was a sweet stepping stone to what I'm hoping to be doing in the future. And I just really enjoyed the process. It was really fun for me. If any of you guys are filmmakers out there and you're trying to figure out what the steps you should take to just learn more and just grow at the craft, I would say make a short film. And just go into it like just trying to learn rather than trying to produce a masterpiece, because I think you're just going to end up beating yourself up a bunch if people don't like it. Just also try to make something that you love and are actually proud of. I'm proud of my work that I did this week, and it was sweet to see how it turned out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like button, dude, and share it to some friends if you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Scoop.